Good morning, everybody. This is Steve Sabludowski, and I'm publisher of BayouBuzz.com. And today we have a special guest, Mike Harvey. Mike is head of communications for Collision, and Collision is coming to New Orleans. And what a grand show! Good morning, Mike. And how are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Now, why don't you tell us about yourself and also tell us about this incredible event, Collision.
Okay, thank you. Well, so I'm Mike. I head up communications and content for Web Summit is the name of the sort of the parent company. So Web Summit is, as some of you may know, it's a big technology startup event based in Europe. We're based out of Dublin, and we've been running for about 5 years or so. It's now the biggest startup event in the world. We'll be in Lisbon later this year. Collision is our sister event. So Collision started in Las Vegas a couple of years ago in 2014. And we've been growing the event. And this year we decided that we wanted the event to be even better and bigger. And we decided to move to New Orleans, so that's it. It's just a week away now. So in fact, a week yesterday is the kickoff day, and we're very excited. We think New Orleans is going to be a fantastic venue, a great host city, and we've got 3 days, hopefully, of great content and great speakers for everybody.
Absolutely. Now, it actually starts the 26th of April, and it goes to the 28th. And then, of course, the next day is the Thursday Jazz Festival here in New Orleans.
So the history of what we do. So what we try to do is we try and deliver events. We try and deliver things where people have a great chance to make connections and meet with each other. So the heart of Collision is the investors and the startups. So overall, we think Collision, we're probably going to have about 11,000 people. It's taking place at the convention center. So about 11,000 people. There's going to be, I'm just looking over my shoulder here to look at the numbers. We're going to have about 650 startups who are going to be exhibiting at the event over the 3 days, and about 400 of America's top investors, top VCs, are going to be coming along. And at the heart of it is investors and startups talking to each other, seeing what the commercial opportunities are, seeing how they can be inspired, the startups talking to each other. And then we've got stages of content. So we've got a center stage, we've got an enterprise stage, we've got a sports stage, we've got music, lots of various stages, about 9 overall over the 3 days, where we'll have speakers from the top technology companies, and other notable people, particularly from the music and the sports field, telling people about how technology is disrupting their world. Hopefully it's a bit of an education, but what we like to think is that it's really a chance for people to make connections, and that extends beyond the conference walls to hopefully the streets of New Orleans. So, there'll be parties and pub crawls and dinners and perhaps the odd beer drunk, the odd local cuisine tested. And you mentioned Jazz Fest. We were very particular when we were thinking about where Collision should be, when we were thinking of moving beyond Las Vegas, to find a place which had an amazingly vibrant culture, had an amazingly vibrant startup scene, and those two things are obviously really true of New Orleans. So we're in between the 2 weekends of Jazz Fest, and we've been telling a lot of our potential attendees and the speakers that are coming, come for the jazz, stay for the tech, or come for the tech and stay for the jazz. And I think that's hopefully a little bit of message that's resonating. For us, it's a sort of like a first year event again, and we're very excited about the possibilities of the two things mixing together. I suppose there's an interesting example that South by Southwest started in Austin, Texas, really just as a little music event, and over 30 years has grown into a big film and TV event, and then it's a tech event, and they've got a lot of everything. And we hope and believe that we can perhaps begin to think about having something similar in New Orleans. So we're very excited, and the fact that last year in Las Vegas we had about 7,500 people show up. We're already way beyond that, and with lots of people signing up last minute. So hopefully we'll have a great show.
Yeah, that's terrific. Now, Chris Schultz was who is living here in New Orleans, was one of the organizers in terms of having down here in this Big Easy. Am I correct?
That's right. So Chris has been. It's really important. I mean, you can tell from my accent I'm English. So the founders of Web Summit are Irish. So the three guys is Paddy, Dara, and David. They set up a small event called Web Summit 5.5 years ago in Dublin. 400 people turned up for the first event. 42,000 people came to Web Summit last year in Dublin. Big number, and it's growing really fast. And that it's grown fast because I think people have enjoyed that networking aspect of what we put on. So I've been working here at Web Summit for about a year or so, and what my job is to help people make those connections, and in particular look after the media so that they report on our events in the right way. And so we use that template of what we built in Dublin for Collision, and hopefully it's going to work out.